And we come now to 0 hour 30 Universal Time. In the news at this hour, a United States military investigation into charges that American soldiers killed Iraqi civilians in Ishaqi says those troops did nothing wrong. Unidentified military officials said Army troops were attacked as they tried to arrest a suspected al-Qaeda member in March. The officials said the soldiers followed normal operating methods during the incident. On Thursday, the British Broadcasting Corporation showed pictures of several dead adults and children. Iraqi police said the dead were among 11 civilians killed by American troops in Ishaqi. The United States military also is investigating reports that American Marines killed up to 24 armed civilians last year in Haditha, and it is investigating reports that Marines killed an unarmed man in Hamandia, west of Baghdad. The leader of al-Qaeda in Iraq reportedly is urging Sunni Muslims to reject calls for unity with Shiites. The appeal came in a voice recording found on the Internet. In the message, a man who called himself Abu Musab al-Zarqawi insulted Shiites. He said Shiite clergyman Ayatollah Ali as-Sistani does not believe in God. The speaker also told Sunnis not to listen to appeals to end religious conflict. The identity of the speaker could not be independently confirmed. The Iranian news agency reports that Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad says Iran will not be pressured into surrendering its rights. Earlier, American Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice said she hopes Iran will seriously consider new offers of help in exchange for ending its nuclear activities. The United States and 5 other countries agreed on the offers on Thursday in Austria. Ms. Rice said they include financial and technological help. The Red Cross says many earthquake survivors in central Indonesia still need medical care and supplies 1 week after an earthquake struck there. The International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies says damaged roads and communications systems are slowing aid to the area. On Friday, the United Nations announced plans to send $103 million in aid to central Indonesia. More than 6,000 people died last Saturday when a powerful earthquake struck central Java. The homes of about 200,000 people were destroyed or severely damaged. The United States government and 5 news organizations have reached an agreement with a former government scientist. Won-Ho Lee agreed to accept $1,600,000. The settlement comes from legal action he brought against the Departments of Energy and Justice. Mr. Lee said the government agencies gave his private information to the media and said he was being investigated for spying for China. Mr. Lee had worked in a government nuclear laboratory for many years. Mr. Lee was never charged with spying, but he did admit guilt to a lesser charge. The nuclear scientist said he hoped the settlement would cause the government and reporters to honor the privacy rights of citizens. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. Police in Nigeria say they are searching for gunmen who kidnapped 8 foreign workers from an oil drilling station off the Nigerian coast. Police say about 20 attackers seized 6 British citizens, a Canadian, and an American. The Fred Olson Energy Company operates the oil drilling station. It says it has communicated with the workers, and the kidnappers are seeking to negotiate. Thousands of people marched through the Somali capital on Friday. They accused the United States of supporting private armies fighting Islamic forces. They said America is to blame for clashes in Mogadishu that have killed more than 320 people this year. The United States has denied responsibility for the clashes, but it has refused to confirm or deny reports that it provides financial support to a coalition of private armies that says it is an alliance against terrorism. United Nations Secretary-General Kofi Annan says the disease AIDS has changed the world and has become its greatest problem. Mr. Annan spoke at the UN headquarters in New York on the final day of a 3-day conference on AIDS. He said that last year there were more new infections and deaths from the virus than ever before. He also noted that more women and girls are living with the disease. And this news, a 13-year-old girl from the state of New Jersey is the new champion of the Scripps Howard Spelling Bee. Catherine Close won the Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. She correctly spelled Ursprache, a German word that means parent language. A 14-year-old Canadian girl finished second. The spelling competition has grown in popularity. This year, millions of people watched the final competition on television. And so, briefly now, here again is the major news of this hour. A military investigation into charges that American soldiers in Ishaqi killed Iraqi civilians says those troops did nothing wrong. Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad says Iran will not be pressured into surrendering its rights. And the Red Cross says people in central Indonesia lack supplies 1 week after an earthquake struck there. So ends the news in VOA Special English.